Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. Public Works Secretary Manuel Bonoan confirms the existence of ghost flood control projects in Bulacan. He made that statement during the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee's first hearing into the issue. But the search for the truth hits a wall as the general manager of the contractor involved, along with several others, snubbed the investigation. Let's get on point with Senate Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada, who joins us via Zoom. Senator, good to have you. Thank you so much for your time.
Good evening, Pinky, and good evening to all televiewers. Good evening.
Sir, first of all, how would you assess today's hearing?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it was a very successful hearing, and we extracted a lot of answers from the questions of a majority of the senators.
7 out of the 15 contractors, sir, or representatives were present. Pito out of the 15, ano? So there are 8 that did not show up, and I understand a subpoena will be issued. Senator, has the subpoena been issued doon po sa 8 hindi nagpakita today?
Yes, we requested that a subpoena be issued to those contractors who did not attend in today's hearing.
And one company that had no representation today was that Wawa Builders.
Yeah, I think Wawa was not there, and Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation, which is owned by Sara Diskaya or Sara Diskaya. Who else? And I don't know the rest.
There were about 8, no, Senator. So yung isa doon, I just want to go to this one, is yung Wawa Builders, supposed to be owned by a certain Mark Alan Arevalo. The reason I'm mentioning this, sir, kasi special mention po siya sa inyo kanina during the hearing, because you were saying that your office supposedly received reports of ghost projects in Malolos, Kalumpit, and Hagonoy in Bulacan.
Hagonoy and Malolos.
Opo, yun po yung sinabi nyo kanina kay Secretary Bonoan. So tell us, what kind of information did your office receive regarding the supposed ghost projects sa Bulacan, sir?
Well, you know, as a senator, I have a lot of friends and contacts from the Department of Public Works and Highways, and they divulged everything to me. Not really everything, but this piece of information that I gathered came from people from the DPWH. So when I asked Secretary Bonoan about these ghost projects that in Malolos, Kalumpit, and Hagonoy, and he admitted that there was indeed a ghost projects in those 3 municipalities. And when I asked him how much amount was given to the Wawa Builders, ang sabi niya, it's 9 billion nationwide. When I asked him how much was allotted in the province of Bulacan, he said 5 billion, or more or less 5 billion pesos in ghost projects, and that is untenable.
Sorry, Senator, there was a part na medyo nawala po kayo. Pakiulit po yung numbers dun sa ghost projects, sir.
Ang sabi ni Secretary Bonoan, when I asked him how much was allotted to Wawa Builders, ang sabi po ni Secretary Bonoan sa akin, ang sagot po niya sa akin is more or less 9 billion pesos nationwide. When I asked him how much was allotted to the province of Bulacan, ang sabi niya sa akin 5 billion pesos worth of project. So ibig sabihin yan, yung 5 billion na pera ng taong bayan, nawala kaagad yun dahil sa ghost projects. Nitong Wawa Builders nito sa lalawigan ng Bulacan.
Bakit ho, what were they telling you, yung inyong mga kaibigan or sources sa DPWH? Why in particular this Wawa, sir?
I don't know. They just gave me this information. And in fact, when I asked Secretary Bonoan, he readily admitted that there were indeed some ghost projects. That is happening currently happening in the province of Bulacan. And nakita mo na Bulacan, isa yan sa mga flood-prone provinces nationwide.
Right, right.
Kahit saan umuulan, bumabagyo, kita mo naman, baha lagi sa lalawigan ng Bulacan. Not only in Bulacan, even in the province of Pampanga and nearby provinces.
Opo. Actually, a look at the top provinces, Senator, that are most flood-prone. Number 6 po ang Bulacan. Yesterday, I had the governor actually and we discussed this. So, balikan ko lang po. Doon po sa report namin kanina, sa Kalumpit, Hagonoy, and Malolos, there were supposed to be 85 projects of Wawaw Builders from 2022 until 2025, which totals about 5.97 or almost 6 billion pesos. Would you have an idea, Senator, how much yung inilaan or supposed to be inilagay for these supposed ghost projects? Hindi na supposed kasi inamin na po pala ni Secretary Bonoan para po dito sa mga ghost
I didn't
projects.
get your last statement, Pinky. I didn't get your last statement.
Alam niyo ho ba, was there a number by which the Secretary said na ito pong pera ay binigay in award sa Wawaw na naging ghost projects? Was there a figure that was given to you today?
There was no figure that was given to me.
All right. I think also he said, no? Sorry, sir, go ahead.
Excuse me? You're coming in choppy, Pinky.
Opo. Sorry about that, Senator. Pag nagkakasabay ho tayo, nawawala po yung audio ko or audio niyo. So, sorry about that. Okay, sorry. So, as I was saying, Secretary Bonoan, at some point when you were asking this, when you're asking for figures, you even at one point sabi, I will wait, tell me the figures. Kasi he had to confer with some members of the DPWH. It's really as if you wanted to get the numbers told in today's hearing regarding Wawaw.
You know, because once you go to the Senate, they have to be prepared. All the questions of the senators. Why should they go to a public hearing unprepared? They should go there prepared and bring all the documents that are needed. And don't tell me that they did not bring the documents, because I will cite them in contempt.
Senator, didn't he say that, I'm not sure if he said this during your interpellation or your questioning, not interpellation, your questioning, did he say that they are looking at this and they will give you more information about these ghost projects in 1 week's time?
Yes, he said that the investigation will commence maybe in 1 week's time.
You know, yesterday, sir, kausap ko nga po si Governor ng Bulacan. I looked into ito pong sa Kalumpit, isa dun sa sinasabi nyo ngang may ghost projects. Kasi napakadami po pag tingnan yung website yung isumbong sa Pangulo. Medyo, it's too much to digest. There were 4 projects in Kalumpit supposed to be from Wawaw Builders from 2022 to 2025. 4 lang po sa Kalumpit. They were almost identical in cost. This is something I wanted to bring up with you. It came out to about, yung 4 po 77,197,000, 77,199,000 plus, 77,199,000 plus, and another 77 million. Yan po, I don't know if you're seeing it on screen, sir.
That's it. Buti pa ikaw, may kopya, ako wala eh.
Hindi, sir. It's in the Sumbong sa Pangulo website.
For me, that is quite suspicious. Bakit hinati-hati nila na sa iisang contractor lang yan? Lahat yan Bulacan, nakita ko Bulacan, and iisa lang ang munisipyo, Kalumpit lang. Pero identical yung presyo.
And the cost, sure. Yes.
Bank, protection structure, tapos construction of flood mitigation, parehong 77,197,298 pesos 97 centavos. Those figures are identical.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that is quite suspicious.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to share with you because you were talking about Wawaw nga. And when I looked at this particular Kalumpit flood control projects, yan po yung lumalabas. Yung mga 77,197,000, 77,199,000, etc. So, also, that's what I wanted to find out from you. Bakit ho kaya ganito yung mga presyo? Nag-iba lang
I really
sa...
do not have any idea. Maybe the proper person to ask are the officials of the DPWH.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, sir, pati yung tinatanong ko nga yung mga kasamahan ko, meron pang 0.97, 0.76, yung 77,199,999.65. Ano ko kaya yung mga centavos dyan? Would that be taxes, VAT? I mean, it's mind-boggling.
Yes. And one more thing, it is not only Wawaw Builders who is involved in this ghost project. Ang kasama pa dito, SYMS Construction Company.
Okay.
Bali, it is not only Wawaw Builders, kasama yung SYMS Construction Company.
Sa pagkaalam mo, Senator, dalawa na po yung kumpanya na involved sa ghost projects.
Yes, that is the information that I received.
Was SYMS also in Bulacan? I failed to check this.
Yes, I think they have awarded some contracts from the DPWH with regard to the flood control projects also in Bulacan.
And following up on that, sir, kasi pag tinignan po yung isumbong sa Pangulo na website, makikita po 2022 to 2025. Is it incumbent, sir, do you think, na hindi lang po yun ang tingnan, kundi tingnan din po yung mga taon before that?
Yes, I think it is incumbent with the Secretary of DPWH to look into all those contracts starting President Marcos's term. And when Secretary Bonoan assumed office as the Secretary of DPWH, baka alam mo, hindi natin alam, baka ng 2022, 2023, 2024, meron mga ganong klaseng ghost projects. And personally, I believe that there are really ghost projects, not even before 2022.
What do you mean, sir? Can you repeat that? Not even, you believe there are ghost projects even before 2022?
I believe so.
Okay. So if that is so, ang DPWH Secretary noon, before tumakbo po siya, ay yung kasama niyo po sa Senado, si Senator Mark Villar. Hindi ho ba?
Yes, yes, I know. Yun paniwala ko lang.
Oo. Yeah. In fact, it's good you point that out, sir. Kasi right now, ang nakikita pa lang natin 2022 to 2025. Pagka pumunta kayo doon sa earlier years, doon po papasok yung time during the Duterte administration under your colleague, Senator Mark Villar. All right. So,
alam mo, Pinky, minsan hindi nalalaman ng sekretary yan eh. No? Yung mga nasa taas eh. Ang mga gumagawa ng pera, yung mga nasa baba. Yung mga regional director, district engineer, baka hindi na pinapaalam doon sa nakakataas. Yun ang naging sistema.
That's why meron pong mga lumabas na mga pangalan kanina, especially in Bulacan, regarding the first district engineer sa probinsya, a certain Henry Alcantara, sir. Lumabas po yung pangalan niya at Norberto Santos, yung pong nakatoka sa inspection ng quality control ng mga proyekto.
Yes, I was the one who moved that this Mr. Norberto Santos, who's in charge of the monitoring, be invited in the next hearing.
Yeah. Could you kindly explain to us, Senator, paano ho ba sa inyong, siguro, how we can easily understand, paano nangyayari ang corruption? Kayo na po nagsabi kanina, not necessarily nasa taas yan. Pwedeng nag-uumpisa ho yan talaga sa baba. How does it happen, sir?
I don't know, kung di nila ipapaalam sa taas, di sila kumikita.
Pero ibig ko sabihin, from the time that the budget, it is part of the budget, sir.
One more thing, alam mo minsan maraming mga kasabot dyan. Yung DE, District Engineer, Regional Director, pati COA kasabot dyan.
District Engineer, COA.
Kung papayagan ng COA yan kung wala sila natatanggap. Alam mo, I've been mayor for 9 years. Alam ko yan.
Pag mayor ho ba, katulad po ninyo na nagsilbi ng 9 years, do you have the responsibility or the power to oversee the projects being implemented by the DPWH?
Sa liit lang ng San Juan, kayang-kaya ko ikutin ito ng ilang oras lang. So I inspect all the projects that are being implemented by the DPWH. And even locally funded projects coming from our local government.
Yeah. Pero yung
Inspect all of these when I was mayor of San Juan.
Pero ang tanong ko po, ginawa niyo po 'yon, maliit po, inikot niyo po 'yan. Pero is that whose responsibility is it, Senator, to make sure that the projects are done properly?
Well, it's a local government. Of course, the command responsibility ng mayor yan. And of course, with the coordination of the municipal or the city engineer.
Sa national po?
Ang engineering's office will serve as the overseer of all the projects being implemented by the local government.
What about the national, sir? For example, Bulacan.
Pag merong, for example sa San Juan, pag merong project ang congressman namin na binababa yung pondo dito sa San Juan, syempre, ang mag-oversee niyan, yung engineering department namin.
All right, we're going to take a very short break. We'll continue our discussion with Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada. When we return, stay tuned. This is On Point. All right, welcome back. Still with us, Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada. Senator, thank you and welcome back. Ito na lang, yung tinatanong ko po sa iyo kanina, and you gave an example of San Juan. I was a little bit concerned and I'm actually questioning, ano ho ba talaga ang papel ng, for example, ng congressman or ng governor even sa mga flood control projects? Kasi nga, andito po kahapon si Governor Daniel ng Bulacan at tinanong ko siya, Sir, 9 years na kayong governor, magda 9 years na kayo, bakit patuloy ang baha dyan sa Bulacan and ang daming perang inilalaan sa Bulacan? Basically, sir, he was saying that they don't really get to find out or they're not apprised, they're not updated on the projects of the DPWH doon po sa kanila sa Bulacan. Ang gusto ko pong malaman, ganun ho ba talaga ang pamamalakad, sir?
Well, it might be true na hindi rin alam ni Governor Daniel Fernando yan. Pwedeng hindi niya malalaman yun. Siguro umabot lang sa level ng local government, mga mayors lang.
And what about the congressman? For example, may mga mayor siya or may congressman siya na mga kakampi. Don't they even tell him that... Siguro yung mga kakampi niya mayor, siguro sinasabi kay governor na mayroong pondong binaba si congressman dito, si ganito dito sa bayan ko, at tungkol sa flood control project. Siguro. But hindi naman siguro trabaho ni Governor Daniel na mag-inspeksyon, na mag-monitor ng mga proyekto ng mga congressman nila. I see. So, kanino pong trabaho yon na mag-monitor or at least to make sure na fulfill po yung proyekto? Would it be more the congressman?
Una yung monitoring committee ng DPWH.
Okay.
Pangalawa, kung may malasakit ang local government, siguro engineer's office ng local government concern.
Okay. What about the congressman, sir?
Dapat kung siya nagbaba ng pondo sa kanyang distrito, dapat alamin din niya kung talagang nagawa o napagawa yung kanyang proyekto para sa kanyang mga kababayan sa kanyang distrito. So
marami-rami din, Senator. Dapat yung monitoring team ng DPWH, dapat yung engineering team ng LGU, at sana yung congressman din na
kasama na rin yung mayor.
And the mayor.
Kasi jurisdiction niya yan eh.
Sorry, sir, you were saying kasi jurisdiction niya yan. Okay.
Pati yung mayor, dapat kasama rin siya sa nag-oversee ng mga projects na nangyayari sa sarili niyang bayan.
And yung governor po ay medyo tanggal po dyan? Tama ho ba?
Ano? I can't understand.
And the governor, hindi ho siya, medyo tanggal po siya dito sa monitoring nito talaga because you were saying basically the DPWH, the mayor, the congressman, etc. but not the governor.
No, hindi sa lawak naman ng sakop ng governor, ilan ang bayan sa lalawigan ng Bulacan? O 24 ang bayan sa lalawigan ng Bulacan. Alam naman isa-isahin ni Governor Daniel Fernando lahat yung mga projects sa Bulacan. That is quite impossible for him to do.
All right. There was a suggestion na ang sinasabi ng ibang kasama nyo nga dyan sa Senado, sobrang yaman na daw nung ilang mga DPWH officials. Sir, do you believe that there should be a lifestyle check among the DPWH officials?
That was what Senator Erwin Tulfo was proposing during the committee hearing this morning. And I believe and I support if ever there is a lifestyle check against all these DPWH officials, I fully support it.
Meron din hong sinabi kanina naman si Senator Raffy Tulfo. Sabi niya, and I quote, not in the exact words, pero may Ryan Althea ang nagpakilala kay Mr. Gerald Pacanan sa isang proponent. Tapos now, yung Ryan daw is promoted at director daw ng main office. I'm not sure if you heard that, sir. And do you know any of those names mentioned by the senator?
No, sorry, I
Okay.
do not know the names of those mentioned by Senator Raffy.
What can we expect in the next Senate hearing, sir?
Hopefully there's another hearing that will be conducted by the Blue Ribbon Committee that is headed by Senator Marcoleta. And I hope in this coming hearing, all the documents that we were asking from the DPWH will be presented to us before the committee.
Senator, what happens if hindi pa po magpakita ulit yung ilan sa mga...
We will issue a warrant of arrest against those people who defies the order of the Senate.
Pero wala pa pong schedule sa next hearing.
Excuse me?
Sorry, wala pa pong schedule sa susunod na hearing.
It depends on Senator Marcoleta.
All right. Very quickly, Senator, priority bills for you?
Ano?
Yung inyo pong mga priority bills, sir?
I can hardly hear you, Pinky.
Ano po ang inyong mga priority legislation?
Ano?
Priority bills.
I cannot understand.
That's fine. No problem, sir. We're really having a problem with our audio. I hope to invite you in the studio next time, sir. We appreciate your time. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada.
Thank you, Pinky.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And that's On Point. Join us again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. I'm Pinky Webb. Thank you for watching.